Hello students, welcome back. Today we'll study Jody's Fawn by Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings. Rawlings was an American author who loved writing about the beauty of nature and the values of responsibility and compassion. This story explores survival, the use of traditional medicine, and the importance of every life, human or animal. The story begins with danger. Jody's father, Penny, has been bitten by a rattlesnake while protecting him. With no hospital or modern medicine nearby, Penny relies on a traditional remedy. He kills a doe and uses its liver to draw out the poison. This moment introduces the theme of survival and shows the dependence of humans on nature. The sharp, realistic description of the snakebite and cure uses imagery, making us feel the urgency of the situation. But this act of survival leaves behind an orphaned fawn. Jody, portrayed as sensitive and compassionate, feels a strong moral responsibility. He realizes that since his father's life came at the cost of the mother deer, it is only right to care for the fawn. The fawn here is a symbol of innocence and moral duty. The contrast between Penny's life being saved and the fawn being left helpless is an example of juxtaposition. Jody asks his father for permission to bring the fawn home. Penny, though weak, agrees, showing his fairness and wisdom. His dialogue is simple but powerful, teaching Jody that responsibility must follow actions. Dialogue here becomes a device for revealing character values. Jody's mother, however, is cautious. She represents practicality. At first, she resists, but finally allows Jody. This contrast between mother and father shows the balance between emotion and logic. Jody sets out with his friend Millwheel. The playful teasing by Millwheel lightens the tone. The description of their ride to the forest uses imagery, making us imagine the sounds and silence of the wilderness. When Jody finds the fawn, the description becomes delicate and tender. The fawn is frightened and fragile. Words like helpless and delicate are examples of epithets, emphasizing its innocence. Jody carefully lifts it here. The act is not only physical but symbolic of carrying responsibility. The journey home is written with symbolism. The boy holding the fawn represents man's duty to protect life. At home, another moving scene unfolds. The fawn, too small to feed itself, drinks milk from Jody's hand. This tender moment is brought alive with imagery and a sense of intimacy. It becomes a symbol of the bond between man and nature. So, Jody's Fawn is not just the story of a boy saving a baby deer. It is about survival through traditional medicine, about compassion, and above all about the importance of every life. Rawlings uses imagery, symbolism, contrast, epithet, and dialogue as literary devices to bring her message alive. The story reminds us that true maturity comes when we accept responsibility for the consequences of our actions. Now think about this. If Jody had not felt responsible, what would have happened to the fawn? Do you think his choice was guided more by guilt or by compassion? Share your answers in the comments.